To those who find freedom in becoming a monster when denied the space to be human. This is the absolute best book I have read all year, and I need you to go get it. I Feed Her to the Beast and the Beast is Me by Jamison Shea. This story follows Laurence Mesny, who is a ballerina at the very top of her class. But she is repeatedly overlooked and disrespected, and she is tired of it. So when she's presented with the opportunity to do something a little strange for power and respect, she does it. She travels deep into the Paris catacombs, bathes in a river of blood, and makes a deal with an eldritch god for power. But is it worth losing everything for power? This book has trigger warnings for racism, classism, ritualistic self-harm, body shaming, parental abandonment, non-graphic torture, and murder. First of all, can we look at the beauty that is this cover? And look at it with the dust jacket off. I love it. I'm obsessed. That should be enough to make you want to read it right there. Do you need to see anything else? Okay, so I wanted to do a whole structured review for this book. Like, here's the book and here's points A, B, and C of why I love it, and y'all should go read it. But no, this book was so amazing that all my thoughts are completely scattered and incoherent. So instead, here are some thoughts that I had while reading and after reading. And hopefully my very chaotic thoughts make you want to read it too. Honestly, there are no words to describe the perfection that is this book. Are we sure that this is Jamison Shea's debut? Because the writing is top tier. It's like every single line that was written with intention. And the writing was so descriptive and just straight up cinematic. I need this to get a movie adaptation immediately. Well, after the writers and actors start getting paid what they deserve. Take care of that first. But then, I want to see this as a movie. I will admit that it did take me a little minute to get into the story. The meat of the story doesn't happen until around 18% in. But everything that was before that was definitely necessary. I could even tell while I was reading. I was like, it's a little slow, but I could tell we need all this. Because there was lots of character development and setting the scene of the cutthroat nature of the ballet company. So even though it took a little minute, it was all necessary. And if you find yourself picking it up and not getting hooked immediately, stick with it. Because I promise you need all of that. And the rest of the story is worth it. Speaking of character development, let's get into one of my new favorite characters of all time, Laurie. I love the main character, Laurie, so much. She knows what she deserves and she gonna get it at any cost. And I don't care who get mad in the process. She is a character that I will defend till the end of time. She can do no wrong even when she is doing wrong. I even made this meme when I finished the book because that's how I feel. I will accept no Laurie criticism. She's a character that somebody could tell me, but Taya, she murdered 5 people. And I'll be like, so, what did they do to make her murder them? I'm not saying she murdered 5 people, but hypothetically, if she did, she would not be the one in the wrong. Being so powerless her whole life, and then finally feeling some power, you can't help but understand if she becomes a villain. And I use the term villain loosely because, as I said earlier, my girl can do no wrong. And according to the author, she is a Capricorn, like your girl. So that explains why I love her so much. And this book was compared to Jennifer's Body. That is my 3rd favorite movie of all time. So that made me even more excited to read it. It's not like Jennifer's Body in story though. Laurie isn't a demon. She doesn't have to eat boys. It's more so Jennifer's Body with the character dynamics. Laurence and her best friend are very much Needy and Jennifer. Now you would think that Laurie would be the Jennifer, because she's the one bathing in blood and junk. But she's actually the needy of the relationship. Her best friend Coralie is the Jennifer, constantly making jabs at Laurie, jealous of Laurie even though she's the one that supposedly has it all, and Needy's soft spot for Jennifer even though Jennifer was horrible to her is very prevalent in this story as well. But even though their relationship is toxic, they really do love each other. It's weird. Very much Needy and Jennifer. And this has body horror, great character development for all the characters. I know I'm only really talking about Laurence, but there are other characters in this story that I love too. And even the ones I don't love, the character development was great. And this also has queer representation. Our main character is bisexual. And this book really had me wondering, what would the story be like if it was told from a different point of view? And all these suspicious things were happening at this ballet company, and we have to figure out what's going on, and the whole time it's her. The story just works on so many levels. The horror of this book isn't even about rivers of blood, eldritch gods, and murder. The horror of this book is the fact that she even had to do all this to get the respect she deserves. And the way everything came full circle at the end. Oh my gosh. I can't say too much without revealing anything. But just know that there is the smartest full circle moment at the end that I did not see coming. This is the first book in a duology. And I don't really feel like it needs a sequel. I'm very much satisfied with everything that happened in this book and even the way it ended. But I'm very, very interested to see what Jamison Shea will write next. And also what Laurence and the other characters are going to do next. This story just really left me speechless. I want to ingest this book. Absorb it. I want the book and I to become one. That was so dramatic, I know. But that's how much I love this book. Now, did this book make me want to bathe in a river of blood for power? No, but good for her. And yeah, I feel so grateful to be in the presence of this book, of this greatness. The greatness that is our main character, Laurie, but also the greatness of this author, because the writing, oh my god. As y'all could probably hear from just the dedication. If you want to know some of my other favorite books of the year so far, as well as some of my least favorites, subscribe, of course. But also, watch my mid-year book freakout tag next, where I talk about all the best and worst books I've read this year so far. I know it isn't mid-year anymore, but that video still stands. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.